Hello, it's Ian, Somerset News Network. I did the video yesterday in the morning before I'd heard the news, and I ranted on about Starmer's tyranny and cancelling elections and democracy. Now, 3 o'clock yesterday, the government issued a letter saying that they've rescinded the council elections and they will go ahead in May. Starmer took the government to court. Sorry, I said that wrong. Farage took the government to court, took Starmer to court, basically. He's the government, isn't he? Right? And the government lawyers must have advised Starmer and co, and the minister, whoever was in charge, that they would lose the court case. So they settled out of court and they agreed to pay Farage's lawyers. This is huge. I mean, it's big. I can't remember a government climbing down on a government policy and then having to pay their political opponents the legal costs. One reporter said this morning it was £150,000, which the government will have to pay. Now, personally, if the action they took was illegal to cancel elections, then the taxpayer can't be made to pay for a illegal act. The ministers and the government and Starmer should be held personally responsible for the actions they took. I was a local councillor for 8 years, and one of the things hanging over the decisions we made was that if we made the wrong decision, we could be personally liable. The government did not have a mandate. It wasn't in their manifesto to cancel elections. If it wasn't in their manifesto, they didn't have a mandate for it. Starmer goes on about, I've got a mandate. He's only got a mandate for what was in their manifesto, because that's what their commitment was. So, my view is that taxpayers shouldn't be made to pay an illegal act, which is what it was. And they've agreed, the government has agreed to that. The ministers that decided it should have gone to legal counsel before they cancelled the election. They should be made to pay. They should be personally liable for their illegal actions. Any other job, if you do something illegal, you are not covered. I was a civil service union rep for 6 years. If somebody had done an illegal act, the union would not support them because it was an illegal act. And the same must be true for MPs and the Prime Minister. He is not above the law. They are not above the law. Now we come to the Caucasus Islands, which Starmer has given away and paid for it, and now we're going to rent it back. We're still in history. How can you have something, give it away? Reporters, there was a Daily Express reporter being interviewed. He had found out that Starmer is allegedly got Mauritius citizenship. Is this true? It puts a whole new perspective on it. Before Starmer became Prime Minister, before the last election, it is alleged that he was working with the Russians and Chinese through the UN to get this legal definition that the islands were Mauritius, not ours, and we had to give it up. Now, The islands are in the middle of the Indian Ocean. Literally in the middle of nowhere. When we were fighting the slave trade with the Royal Navy around about the 1800s, we were attacking slave ships and freeing the slaves. Some of the slaves we put into African countries, and some of them we took to the Cocos Islands. Chagos Islands, and I might have said it wrong. We gave them their freedom on that island, and we had it as a base. The Americans have it now as a base from World War II. With the troubles going on in the east, with Iran and Iraq and all the countries around there, we need that base. The Americans need that base. The House of Lords rejected the bill to give the islands away. Starmer should resign, call an election. We've got all the elections going on in May. He's already been told that it's illegal to cancel the elections, so all the local elections going on. It's not going to cost them a lot more money to, to have a general election. Let's have a general election. Let the people decide. We can now see how Labour government, and we don't like it. We have to get rid of Starmer and this tyranny of this Labour government. How come the government decided to give the islands away to Mauritius when you've got two lawyers? Starmer was head of the Crown Prosecution Service, and David Lammy was trained in Harvard Law School, for Christ's sake. Why didn't they know that what their actions were doing were illegal? It's simple. It ain't rocket science. This is the quality of people we have governing this country. They have not got a clue. Or is it tyranny and they just think they can get away with it? Ian, Somerset News Network, let's have an election. Let the people decide. Bye-bye for now.